Okay, so video log, so I don't have to type it in. Day 3. It's started off well, and I always hated the travel part, so this is basically just telling the story of what I went on today. I had troubles when I was stuck at KL Sentral. The issue was that I wasn't sure how to get into the city. Well, not so much wasn't sure, I had multiple ways of getting into there. I was going to either catch the monorail or just go stuff it and let's just catch a taxi. Originally, I just wanted to catch a taxi because I just wanted to get to the hotel as soon as possible, because I really do hate these travel days. When I'm stuck, the point of when you land and then you want to get to your hotel, that's got to be the most stressful part of any travel endeavor, because I usually struggle with 3 points. 1, I'm in an unknown location and I've never been there before. And then to top it off, internet generally doesn't work, but thankfully my internet that I bought over in Singapore has roaming capability, so that's important. If you ever go on a trip and you get a SIM card, roaming capability is really good, because that's one less faff that you have to deal with. And the other faff that you have to go through is money. So when you transfer over from Singapore to Malaysia, although they're very neighbouring countries and we're only 45 minutes flight away, or literally just a bridge if you do geographically, it's a different currency, so you go through the whole money problem again. Where I could, I use my Visa credit card. I do prefer doing that, but there are some things where you do need cash. For example, when I had to purchase my MRL card, the monorail card, that needed cash. So I was in a bit of a dilemma. I had about $1,000 in Australian dollars, I had Thai baht, and I had Singapore dollar. And I looked at the exchange rate and it was absolutely exuberant. We are talking about, well, put it this way, if I go to XC, XC.com is what I usually use for currency, it rated today at 1 Australian dollar purchase 3.10 ringgit, which is pretty good, pretty good. But when I looked at the exchange rate, the calculator, it said 2.68 or something ludicrous like that. That's just freaking robbing you blind, and that's just horrible. So I refused to go to an exchange rate, and this was the first exchange that I saw at KLIA. So my suggestion to people is do not change your money try to avoid changing money at an airport, because they will rob you. So I was running around. There was a lot of faff going up and down. I think I would have traveled like around about 500 meters with my luggage and my heavy backpack and everything. So I'm dragging everything. So that just adds burden to the whole work altogether. And you're lost and you don't understand anything. But I went down towards the MRT area and I tried to purchase an MRT ride to Bukit Bintang. So my thought was, hey, get me to the city and then I'll just work my way there. I'm stuck at this place called KL Sentral, and I'm stuck. No, wait, before the MRT, I wanted to catch a taxi, but apparently the taxi was broken and they said the wait time was up to 1 hour, and there was already like about 20 people waiting in line. So I thought, that was no longer an option. So I had to go find the rail, which was the MRT originally, but that failed because I did not have cash. So note to yourselves, if you want to purchase rail tickets, you need to have cash. You need to have ringgit. Visa card is not acceptable. And what I eventually end up doing is my old traditional way. I loaded my travel credit card with money and did a bank transfer at an ATM at the mall. So I withdrew about 1,000 ringgit. And I just, but when I do it with my credit card, I try to avoid the transactional fee. Well, I think it can, because due to my credit card's perks and stuff, it can do some pretty good mathematics. And I think I ended up just only losing out by about 25 ringgit, which is fine, because that's just about $8 in Australian money, which was well worth it. Anyhow, then I had cash, and then things were starting to go a little bit more smooth. Made my way, bought an MRL, the monorail card. I loaded 20 ringgit in there, but it costed me in total for credit of 20 ringgit plus the card was about 30 ringgit, which works out to be about $10 in Australia, which is fine. And that should last me for my whole entire trip and even more, because I think MRLs are like really not that expensive. So 30 ringgit is going to get me as far as I ever need to, or at least it'll get me back to KL Sentral, so my way back should be easier. Anyway, when I got there, I stopped at Bukit Nanas, I think was the stop, and then it was about a 350 meter walk, lug around to my hotel, which is at the Face Suites, which is where I am right now. And then things just became awesome because this hotel is absolutely phenomenal. Like, there's nothing like it. I think I want to make a separate video on just a hotel tour. If you're ever going to be staying at a hotel, but mind you, I did get a free upgrade to my room. So I got like a 1 premier room, which originally I didn't. And the main purpose that I grabbed this hotel, I'm only staying for 1 night, is this view. Well, it is not looking so great now, but apparently when I did my research, this building here was not there. And behind there, you can see one of the Petronas Towers. And I wanted to capture a panorama with this infinity pool in the foreground, but that didn't happen. I think I got something a little bit better because you're going to see another video where I actually was able to set up a camera over at the very corner over there by sweet talking, asking very nicely these gentlemen, the security guards over here, could I please beg, offer, whatever. I wanted to just put my tripod there and take a panoramic shot, and I think they were just in shock. I was just like, yeah, okay, just do it. And they let me, and as soon as I heard yes, I was like, boom, straight onto it. And then like, oh, it was amazing. I had like my own exclusive area to take photos. Anyhow, and I built out the panoramic shots from there. Now people were looking at me. I felt like I owned the place, but that was really fun. Got the shots there, and then some other people asked me to take photos for them, which I kindly did because I was on a photography's high. I loved the photograph. Despite the fact I didn't get epic looking skies, I think I'm able to generate something really cool looking. So I'm looking forward to going back to the hotel after this swim. Yeah, to build my panorama that I made. I'm really looking forward to it, and I really love editing photos on the same day when it's just really exciting. Anyhow, I just came in and had a swim, which I'm about to go back into because this pool is absolutely phenomenal. It's an infinity pool. So good. Yeah, I would come back here next time for sure. Not sure what that building is. I've never seen that building before. I did hear about it, but it slipped my mind. So I'm really happy I captured that tonight. So, day 3. Tomorrow morning I aim to come back here. Apparently this place opens at 7 AM and I'm going to capture another panorama, but this time of the sunrise. Hopefully it's not raining, and hopefully we're going to get some warm lights eventually. If not, it'll be a daytime shot and I'll just take whatever it is. Then I'm going to have breakfast, and then yeah, I check out at 12 o'clock tomorrow, and then we're off to day 4, which is at the Traders Hotel. So I'll see you there for the next video.